All right, man. Let's talk about the Pistons. Just hired JB Bickerstaff is the rumor. So yep. JB Bickerstaff gets who's back again, back in the NBA Central Division in Eastern Conference. Used to coach the Cleveland Cavaliers. It came down to allegedly James Borrow. Um, it came down to James Borrego, which he pulled his name out the hat. Mike Sweeney of the Dallas Mavericks, and Micah Nori. Excuse me, I kept calling him Mike Nori. Micah Nori of the Minnesota Timberwolves, who was the assistant coach. So, yeah, shout out to JB Bickerstaff, man. Loved him in Cleveland. Didn't understand why they got rid of him in Cleveland, but maybe we might find out why they got rid of him in Cleveland. Maybe they shouldn't have got rid of him in Cleveland. So we may have to find out. But I mean, it's great, man. He ain't got to wait for a second chance. We got an experienced head coach. Took a team to the championship. Took a team to the playoffs, to the second round. Um, Probably could have been a little bit more competitive had Donovan Mitchell stayed healthy. So I don't understand why Cleveland got rid of him. Maybe we could dig and do some research. But Pistons reportedly hired JB Bickerstaff, recently fired by the Cavaliers, as new head coach. Also, there's rumors that Dwayne Casey was offered a lead assistant in Chicago. He turned it down to remain in the Pistons front office at his age. And no point to keep moving around. So I feel him. I get banked for being able to be stationary. Cool. NBA coaching carousel keep going around and around. According to Yahoo Sports, Vince Goodwin, the Detroit Pistons are hiring JB Bickerstaff to replace Monty Williams as head coach. Huey. JB Bickerstaff will be the new Pistons head coach. Sources tell Yahoo Sports it was between Bickerstaff and former Pistons assistant or Sean Sweeney, who's in Dallas. So Sean Sweeney used to be a Piston assistant. Wojo first on the report, so shout out to Wojo. Bickerstaff, 45, recently was fired by Cavaliers after leading them to two consecutive playoff appearances over 5 years in Cleveland. He had 170 to 59, 159 coaching record. This is the first major hire made by Tarajan Langdon. People got mad because I said his name right. Tarajan Langdon. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Pistons' new president of basketball operations. He was hired in late May after spending 5 years as general manager for the New Orleans Pelicans. He and Bickerstaff will be in charge of turning around the Pistons after a 14-68 season. Well, I keep saying 16 games, 14 wins. The worst in franchise history. Bickerstaff, who will be the Pistons' third head coach in 3 seasons, has his work cut out for him. The Pistons won an NBA worst 14 games under Williams last season, which is not what the team was expecting directly after signing Williams to one of the richest coaching contracts in NBA history. They probably also weren't expecting the team to post a 28-game losing streak, the longest NBA history under Williams. Theoretically, it shouldn't take much for Bickerstaff to do better than Williams did, considering every single team in the NBA besides the Pistons and Wizards won 21 games last season. Though right now Bickerstaff is roughly the same position Williams was a year ago, hired by the Pistons after being fired for a much more successful team. Um, my dog over here licking himself. Will Bickerstaff be able to do more with the NBA's worst team than Williams did? We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he will. He wills. But hey, man, shout out to that brother, man, getting an opportunity to um you know, get an opportunity. He lost the Cleveland job, got another job. It wasn't an ideal job. I mean, a lot of people wanted, Sam Cassell, but hey, guess what? I think a lot of people happy with this hire. I think a lot of people happy with this hire. So I'm happy with it. Um, I'm happy with it. So, so I ain't got no issue with it. You seem to be a good coach, strong dude. And he know the Pistons very well. We played them by four times a year, 6 times a year, something like that. So he knows very very well. So you know, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So I think he'd do well. Um, I think he'd do well, and hopefully he will. It's like that Richard Pryor movie, and which way is up? There's only one way to go. Can't get too much worse. So yeah, I look forward to it. I think they will be successful this year, um, um, or more successful this year. But I think, like I said in one of my videos, I think the way to turn it around for Detroit, I think the way to turn it around is It's simply, some they key guys have to shoot better. Kay Cunningham, Jordan, Ron Hollins. What's the other brother's name? Ashore Thompson, Jay Nivey. Somebody had two of them guys have to shoot the ball extremely well this year for them to be more successful. Two of them guys have to shoot the ball extremely well this year, bro. If two of them can make a jump in a jump shot, uh, you know, um, but to be real, they can shoot the ball better. They can turn this around. But if he can help implement, an identity for the Detroit Pistons, that'd be great too. So yeah, I think they need to, implement an identity, defend, have an offense that creates shot selection, and not have one guy create shot selection. So move the ball, cut, pin downs, backdoor screen, slashing. Get these guys moving without the basketball. You got great athletes, use them. Get out and run more, push the pace. Every time they get the ball, they should be pushing the pace. It ain't a half court. They should be doing something, getting somebody slashing with Hollins, with a short Thompson, with Ivy. Guys should be slashing and backdoor cutting. They offense should constantly be in motion, you know. So he got to help forge an identity for the Detroit Pistons. He has to get them to play defense. He has to get them to commit on the offensive side. They have to have a system offensively. And I think with the pieces that they got, the system has to do a lot with moving out the basketball, slashing, getting downhill, getting to the free throw line, finishing at the cup. And once they're able to dominate inside the 3-point line, then I think things open up for him. But can he get Jalen Duren, to embrace being a defensive savant? Is the question. So he got a lot of questions to answer. I think he got a lot of the answers to the questions in the back of the book. But he has to bring those answers out of Duren, Thompson, Sasser, Cunningham, Ivy, Hollins. He has to bring some of them answers out of those guys. And I really think low key the most important piece is Jalen Duren. If he can tap in defensively and offensively, he's the most important piece. But I think the most underrated piece that people don't talk about is Marcus Sasser, a guy that can score, a guy that can shoot, and a guy that can defend. He does it all. Just give him an opportunity where he can, make his, learn from his mistakes and, make his bumps and learn from them and take his lumps and let's keep going. I think he's the answer for them in the backcourt with Kay Cunningham or even just with Jake Nivey, whoever it's gonna be. But hey, if they still here. But hey, just my opinion on it, man. But shout out to JB Bickerstaff, love to hire behind him 100%. So let's see, what he can do, man. If he can do well here, turn his team around. 3 seasons, I'd be happy. But hopefully they ain't planning on tanking for Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Because the NBA ain't letting Cooper Flag come to Detroit. We need to be trying to get some wins and turn this thing around. But hey, check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.